Hi guys, it's Katie Crane here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use Jamboard with little learners for interactive fun lessons. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing is I'm going to go to Jamboard, which is located in your Google Suite. These are all Jamboards that I have created, and so before you can even share your Jamboard with your students, you need to make sure that you change your settings on your Jam and how you're able to share it. Now, I will not be teaching you to be experts in Jamboard. You'll need to find the menu on the Screencastify's to find Jamboard 101, and that'll teach you exactly how to make these. So what I'm going to do is I just first say, once I've made my Jamboard, I'm going to click the share settings, and I'm going to make sure that my share settings are changed to anyone with a link and editor. So once that is done, then I am ready to share this with my students on my Google Meet call, or you can share it with them on Zoom. So in order to share it with them on Zoom, you would need to copy your link. Okay. If you're using Google Meet, you go ahead and join a meeting, and in the meeting, you're going to share your whiteboard with students. So we'll wait for everything to load up, and I'm going to go ahead and exit out. We're going to do this. So the first thing I tell students is, okay, guys, make sure that you see your chat button. So I instruct them to find their chat button. Now, even if students are using iPads, so I have students in iPads and Chromebooks, they're still able to find that chat button on their iPad. So they will go ahead and click the chat button. And then while they're clicking their chat button and they have their thumbs up that they're in their chat session, I am going to go ahead and go to more options, which is this three dot here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whiteboard. And I'm going to choose one from the drive, the one I went ahead and made before I came to my meeting. And we're just going to go ahead and let that load, and we're going to choose this one. We're going to open the jam, and what it automatically does, it opens the jam for you so you can see students and the Jamboard, and then students get a link in their jam in their chat box. So once that is done, then students can click this. And something I like to do is teach them to click their two squares, go ahead and then open up their Jamboard. Now, if you're using Zoom, you would just copy and paste that link from the Jam, go ahead and put it in there, and then the students would be able to access their Jamboard. As long as you make sure you have your sharing settings correctly set on that. The one other thing I just wanted to point out, there's two things. So Jamboard is not a lock. So you can't make slides and lock it in so students can't move it because it's interactive. So you can just teach students of how the things that they can move, or if they do make a mistake, come and do the undo button. So this is just kind of something that I would have ready to go for students, is their names on here, or I might just have some bit emojis that I created, a bunch of different ones for all the students in the class. And then I would say, okay, guys, you're in the jam, and I can tell that you're in the jam because you gave me a thumbs up on your meeting, and also because I can see there's Anonymous Grizzly in the jam. So that means that there are people in the Jamboard. So what I would do is say, okay, move your sticky to how you're feeling today, or move your emoji to how you're feeling today. And then we could just get a read on that. If you want, students can, and all I did to make those names is I just created a sticky note. So I have the name here, Star. So I'm going to go ahead and put her name in, and you can instruct students to do that, or you can do it beforehand. How I got the emojis is I went ahead and I went to none. So there's no color, transparent. I right click on my mouse so I can get the emoji keyboard, and then I would pick something for students to have on their thing. And so students really are motivated by these emojis. They love them. So it's a really good way. And you can also teach them how to do it. Sometimes I ask parents to sit in on the call while we're first learning this for about the first 5-10 minutes so they can get an idea, help the student, but they start to learn as we go through. And then the other thing I was going to let you know is that if your students are using iPads, they definitely can still access this. They'll just need to download the Jamboard app before class. And so you could send out a video and just have them do that. All right. So the next thing that I would do with students is a graph. And so I went ahead and made these little X's by going to a sticky and putting an X emoji in. Okay. And then once I had that first one, I clicked on this and duplicated it, so I had a bunch. So then I would say, so this activity could be asynchronous or synchronous. So students could count the pumpkins and fill in the chart and then answer questions. But since I have them on a live, I'm going to go ahead and ask them to vote for their favorite color of pumpkin. And so they went ahead and did it. And then now I can interact with them and ask them questions like greatest, least, how many more, and doing some addition and subtraction um, information like that. So this is always a really good fun math one. Another one that I like to do is this one with phonics. So all I do to get these little letters, little tiles, is I just create the sticky note and then I go ahead and put a bunch on the page. Well, then students can interact and manipulate these and move them around. And so what I would say is, okay, guys, we're practicing the sound NG, and we would practice the sound and say, okay, I'm going to make this word. This word is, and then there's this little laser pointer down here. And then I would use this laser pointer to say song, song. And then I was able to do the blending and segmentation with them. Then I can say, okay, Rosie, your turn. Can you make the word long? Okay, so then Rosie gets to drag her mouse and move the S down, and she made the word long. Oh, really good job, Rosie. So then what I'd like to do to just keep them engaged and motivated is I'll go ahead and make them an emoji. So I know Rosie maybe likes hearts. So I'm going to put this little heart face in. I'm going to save it. And it went in, and I'll say, good job, Rosie. And she gets the heart face. And then I can ask another student, can you please, let's go ahead and change the vowel, guys. We're going to have this vowel. What is that word? And then we can practice reading it. We can change it. And so it's just a way to manipulate and do a phonics lesson. This is a similar one with the tiles, and you can make them. One of the other things I like to do is you'll learn in your Jamboard 101 how to insert images, because you can't create like you would in slides. So sometimes what I like to do is just make a slide and then use the snipping tool and paste it in here. And so these are some slides that I've created, how to segment cat, or and so I'll just kind of give you guys a brief look. So I would use the snipping tool, copy and paste, and then we would practice blending. They could put their emoji and say the name on it. They could put, put a sticky note, and then we would say it all together. And I could use that laser again to, show them how to blend. Cat, cat. Okay, so these are just some fun activities that I've come up with that are engaging for those little learners. Good fine motor because they're having to drag and drop. And that is what I have for you guys today. So thank you for joining me.